Now let's go to our MOD folder, open our structure.php file, which we've created in the previous video. Starting with the opening PHP tag and if statement, handle equals open dir. We opening directory and we need to provide a path to this directory, which is path variable. As you may remember, inside of our index.php, if I open this file, by default, path is the value assigned to our root path constant. So if we've managed to open the directory, then we echo, we start with the UL tag with the ID of structure, and then we go for rel attribute, which will simply be rel variable. Again, this one has been also defined inside of the index.php. Then we go echo up by default is null, and now we do while loop, while false doesn't equal with two equal signs. Now file equals read directory, and then handle. Then if isn't in array, file, and now array will contain dot, because file in this case will be the name of the item found in this directory. Then two dots, then we have things like ds underscore store, which are created by some applications. Coda, for instance, generates this kind of files. Then we have nodes, which are generated, I think, by Dreamweaver as well. Then we have thumbs.db. We basically don't want these files to be shown. So if they are not, if the name of the file or directory isn't in this array, then what we're going to do is we check if is dir, which is basically checking whether the item is a directory, and we provide a path plus our directory separator plus the name of the file. So if it is directory, we're going to do something else, we'll do something else. I'm going to hide the file browser on the left so you can see a little bit better, create a few new lines here. Okay, so if it is a directory, first we check if helper class, which we'll create in a minute together with the associated method, is dir empty, basically checking whether the directory is empty. And again, we provide the path and a file name, or basically directory name in this case. So if it's empty, we want to echo li with a class folder hyphen empty with the rel, which will equal the file name, sorry, directory name, and then we go again, file, which represents obviously directory, then closing li tag and semicolon at the end. Else, if it isn't empty, then I'm going to copy on this entire line because it's basically going to be very simple to similar to this one, only the class name will be folder rather than folder empty. So this is happening when the item in the loop is of a directory type. What's happening if it's not? I'm going to paste the same thing again, but now class, what we're going to do with the class, again we're going to use a helper class, obviously 2s should be here, helper get class, and we're going to put the file name into as a parameter basically. Then we will not have any rel attribute, and we will have a file name in between the opening and closing li tag. Then after all this looping, what we're going to do is echo our closing ul tag and close there. We're going to close the directory, basically this handle variable passing as a parameter. So that's everything inside of our structure.php file. Let's move to the next video.